In 2019, on a game against the New England Patriots, Sam Darnold, who was then on the Jets, said that he was seeing ghosts. Now, that didn't mean he was seeing literal ghosts. It was an expression to mean like he was out of the game, like his head was not in it. But this year, 2021, on October 1, when Sam Darnold went down into his basement, he found ghosts just sitting there looking at each other. I don't know what they were doing. But anyway, Sam Darnold was very surprised, and the ghosts were very surprised too. And the ghosts captured Sam Darnold and discussed among themselves whether they should turn Sam Darnold into one of them, so he could not tell anyone that there were ghosts in his basement. Anyway, Sam Darnold convinced the ghosts to let him go, but on one condition. If Sam Darnold could beat the ghosts in a game of football, then he would get to go free. But if the ghosts beat Sam Darnold, they would turn Sam Darnold into one of them. Now, the game would be played on Halloween, so Sam Darnold had approximately 30 days to assemble a team of the scariest players in NFL history and see if he could defeat the ghosts. And that's what we have today. We are on the Busters with Sam Darnold right here, and he has assembled a team of the scariest players in history to face the ghosts on Halloween. Now, let's go look at the team. We got Sam Darnold, obviously. Now, these ratings, by the way, these were just what I could get on Retro Bowl. Obviously, they would be way higher. But anyway, Sam Darnold, Jim Brown, one of the scariest running backs in history. Our wide receivers, we got Randy Moss with that almost completely full speed. Calvin Johnson, Deacon Jones for our defensive line. Lawrence Taylor and Ray Lewis, our duo for linebacker. And at defensive back, we have Night Train Lane, the scariest cornerback of all time. And yeah, can this team of the scariest players ever beat a team of ghosts? This is what we're going to find out today as the Busters take on the ghosts. Now we'll hop into this game. The ghosts have the ball first, and they easily score. Alright, first play of the game. Sam Darnold gonna hand it off to Jim Brown. As Brown gets 3, a decent carry. Considering he's old. I don't know if he's dead. He could be a ghost. I don't know. I don't know if he's dead or not. I haven't been keeping track. Anyway, Randy Moss showing off that speed with a 22-yard catch. And on to the 50. This team doesn't have a kicker. I don't think there's been any scary kickers ever. But Darnold takes it himself for 6 yards on the rush. So field goals is not going to be helpful for this team of Busters. They're going to want to score every play. Because if they don't win this game, Sam Darnold is going to turn into one of them. And he fumbles. Ghosts have the ball. That's not good. And they score. So already Sam Darnold off to a terrible start after Jim Brown, an unlike Jim Brown move with that fumble. Was that Jim Brown? I think it was Jim Brown. But that's a mistake you can't make. Anyway, Johnson goes ahead for 10, about a minute and 20 seconds left. Plenty of time for them to score as he hits Johnson deep, and Johnson with a nice play, 29 yards, out to about the 27. Now here, looks like they're just going to pass it to their tight end. He can't catch because he's not good, not one of the scariest players. They're going to call timeout on 3rd and 9. Let's see if they can convert this, because if they can, they'll be back in the game. Looks like they can, and they're out to about the 16-17. He drops it, and 2nd and 10 with about a minute left. hit somebody. I don't know who that was. Doesn't say their name. That's weird. I guess that's a glitch. That's happened to me before. Anyway, they'll call their last time out with 17 seconds left. First and goal. They're gonna want to get into the end zone on this play. Someone's open, and Randy Moss holding the 4-yard touchdown. They're gonna go for 2 because their kicker is really bad. And Calvin Johnson mosses him for the touchdown. And so only down 6 now. They can come back to win. If they can come back against this team of ghosts, coming back to win after being down that much, that's a victory. That's a big dub if they can pull this off. Let's see if they can. Jim Brown takes the handoff outside, gets 6. Decent run by Jim Brown, who's been having a decent game. Obviously, he had that fumble, but other than that, he'll dive, 9-yard gain, picks up the first down. Little screen pass here to Johnson. He'll get 5 as he's tackled, but second and manageable here. Looks like Darnold's gonna take off. Darnold keeps it, and he's just short. Looks like he tried diving, but he was pulled down first. He'll sneak up the middle and get 3, picks up the first down. That's a big play for them. A much needed first down. He will catch it diving. He dropped it originally, then he caught it, 2-yard gain. So 2nd and 8. Now it will be 3rd and 3. Big third down here, if they can pick it up. Brown will catch it. Dive. Oh, didn't end up diving, but he's down around the 2. 4th quarter. He'll dive there, and Jim Brown is in for the touchdown. Let's see, can they take the lead here? They'll run it. Can't get it. We got a tie game here. And the Ghosts end up punting. I don't know how they didn't just fly through the people, but they did punt. Now all the Busters have to do is not turn it over, not fumble, not intercept, not punt. As long as they can keep the ball, then I think they're in good position and they can win this game. And Sam Darnold can go ahead and expose those Ghosts. They've been doing a nice job of short passing, decent rushes, as Randy Moss could go the distance. Could go all the way, and he will. 54-yard touchdown for Randy Moss. Bad news though, Ghosts have plenty of time left. Probably too much. But the 2-point conversion's good for Moss, so at least this game could go into overtime. And the Busters are going to beat the Ghosts, and Sam Darnold will come back. They were down 14-0. They'll score 22 unanswered as Sam Darnold and the scariest NFL team ever is going to beat a team of pretty much invincible Ghosts in a crazy comeback. Almost lost the game. Darnold did decent. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Jim Brown did pretty good, apart from the fumble. Randy Moss, 4 catches. 2 of them were for touchdowns. 89 yards, the 54, obviously. Calvin Johnson did great too. Our defense, Deacon Jones had 5 tackles. Lawrence Taylor had 7. Ray Lewis only had 1. I don't know what he was doing. But these 2 did pretty good on the tackling game. I mean, at least better than 0 tackles. Alright, Night Trainland. I bet he had some passes deflected. I bet he didn't get a tackle because he was locked down on coverage so much. He was locked down D. But that is big. Sam Darnold will not be turned into a ghost. I guess he can thank these teammates for him, especially this guy, Randy Moss. Big plays from him today. And that was a great game. I wasn't expecting such a great close game at the end. They were close to scoring position. They could have gotten it, could have gone into overtime. Busters easily could have lost that game, but they kept the short passes going, the runs, good mix of passes and runs in that game, and their defense came up in the second half when it mattered. And yeah, great game. Busters win. Sam Darnold is saved, and those ghosts can just go back into hiding. I don't know if anyone's gonna believe Sam if he's telling them that ghosts are real and they're in his basement, but they'll probably move out or something. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe if you're new. I'll have lots more Retro Bowl videos coming out. And so yeah, that's basically it, and I'll see you in the next video.